Tyler, hit us up. We would love to sit down and chat. Let's go get some brown sugar salmon. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Aaliyah. Today we're joined with my brother,
Joshua Powell.
Today we're going to be talking about Tyler's newest album, Call Me If You Get Lost. So this album is his sixth studio project, and it contains 16 songs, all just going through his life, talking about the struggles with his sexuality and his upbringing, but it also touches on his accomplishments in life, from new clothing lines to commercials, and the overall vibe for this album is wealth and success. That's the level we're going to stay on for this video, as we're going to talk about our top 5 songs from the album. Before we begin, I think this is my third album that I really got into, with Tyler's music, but I know you were a bigger fan before I was. Talk about your experience.
Saying I'm a nerd or something?
I'm not saying you're a nerd. I'm saying that you will probably have a deeper connection to his music.
I'd say my favorite album, well, I don't know if it's my favorite now, but the album that I heard was Cherry Bomb. But I heard it at the time after, when everybody started liking it again, because he says people didn't like it when it first came out. Well, when I started hearing it, I was like, damn, this is
this is music.
This is something pretty good. And then I was like, just stayed on from there. And then right after Cherry Bomb, surprisingly, is Flower Boy. So I'm right at the peak of
the shift. Yeah.
I did go back and listen to some of the other songs on Goblin, Bastard, or Wolf. Good albums altogether. But I do have my top 5 for this album.
Oh, that's good. But I took a peek at your list, and I noticed we were on different vibes for this album.
Really, really?
Yeah, so I felt like it was obvious for those songs.
Wait, do you want to start from 5 up?
I think we could start from number 5 up. Oh, before we begin, we're doing this video because we're actually going to his concert.
March 20th.
March 20th, we're going to be seeing Tyler in concert performing the Call Me If You Get Lost album.
I have tried to stay away from any online presence of his tour, so just to keep my eyes fresh to the experience,
Yeah, same here. I'm just ducking and hiding. I listen to the music. I've been listening to it since it came out last year. Not to brag or anything, but I was the #1 listener for my Spotify. What were you?
Drop it in the comments.
My number 5 for this album was Lumberjack.
Really, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, number 5. Because that song came out, that was the single of the album. Because the Lumberjack came out before the whole album did. And that song got played. And then by the time the album came out, that was the song you didn't want to hear anymore.
He's get over it, get over it. I actually never heard it before the album.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it. Because the crazy thing with this album, he had a phone number put out. And when you called it, it played you a different song off the album every day.
I remember that. Very cool promotional stuff, which we did touch on in your podcast episode we did together.
So a while ago.
You want to give yourself a little shout out?
Yeah, back at AMP2TV Productions, on YouTube, 2020 Media Vision.
We'll put the link in the description down below. Some of my favorite lines that I noted from Lumberjack, obviously the intro, Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Iconic. I like the line, I own my company's full, told them to keep the loan. I took that gold bitch home, niggas are big mad. It's just very, some of the songs in this album were very, cocky. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the vibe that I really wanted to be on for this year. Just okay. It's arrogant almost. I feel because you know your worth.
Yeah. I feel it's good to put yourself at that stance, because then what you are, people are just gonna start seeing it that way, because you can't tell me any other way.
Yeah, exactly. And Tyler said it's a few times throughout this album where he's just I'm the shit you didn't know. Get on with the program. the bus been left. A few other lines in the song that I liked was, my nigga tall look like a bitch, call him Mulan. I really want to do a video just with that clip alone. There's also a line where he says, that's my nuance, used to be a weirdo, used to laugh at me, listen to me with their ears closed. This part and a lot of songs in this album and just in Tyler's like general theme really sits with me because that was me, bro. I would be like, hey, you want to watch anime? Weird, white.
No.
Do you talk to proper? All this stuff that you thought was cool, it was just white. You didn't like modern hip hop or something, and you're just kind of like ostracized.
But now I feel like having like references to peek from is not just having like that one solid thing. Is like great.
It is so great.
Because why you only have one perspective, but you can have so many more things if you just open up.
That is so true because I still listen to my favorite like emo ballads of 2013. Like it's still on my playlist and I still listen to these songs daily. But that's for my number 5. What was yours?
I'd have to say my number 5 was Juggernaut. I don't know what number song it was, but it was a song featuring Lil Uzi Vert and Pharrell. Mm-hmm. And I feel like my reasoning for number 5 comes from what it was paired with, like the music video and everything, and the verse for Juggernaut. Not only the verse, but specifically Lil Uzi's verse. It just has a feel to it that's just like you know?
Like angry, kind of? Like ain't?
Let these niggas understand. Double C on my feet. You know,
yes.
Right.
I can't wait for that part in the concert.
But yeah, that's my number 5. And you know, with the music video is also pretty cool. I guess it's just like a bunch of chaos basically. Like he's on top of the monster truck, and then you look down, he's like tugging the full fucking monster truck. I was actually watching like old Pharrell videos when I was getting my hair done, and like he's when I tell you he looks the same.
The man's a vampire, what can we say? He's been non-aging for forever.
Bro, he's so good at the rap game. He's just figured out to stay in time. Back into it, you know, for number 4, I have Safari, which is the last song on the album. And I put it as my number 4. It is at the end, so you don't get like too much hitting from it. Mm-hmm. So it's not like where the content is, you know, of the songs. But he starts off with a strong verse, and it sounds like he's not taking a breath until that. He's like, dun 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 dun, bro.
And then the trumpets.
Bro, and then it's literally you hear the build up from the very beginning up until like a minute in, and then that's where it like burst from the seams, and then it's just like everywhere. But from the perspective of being verse wise, I think he held it pretty strong, you know. And he's always like one take. I'm like, bro, that's a real guy right there.
My number 4 was a one take too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really like Safari. Safari was gonna be my number 5 actually, but there is no way I could arrange my thing without taking out my number 4. Mm-hmm. You can just say.
But I think there's for sure the songs that I like that aren't on this list.
Yes. First of all, disclaimer. We love this whole album. There's not a thing wrong with this album. It was tough to make just 5, to be honest. By the time I got through the album, I was sitting there at the end with 3 really good songs. I was like, ooh, I gotta take this out and rearrange. But the album's perfect. Major vibes for 2020 and beyond. My number 4 for this album is Wilshire.
I was just thinking about that song.
The song was entrancing from the beginning to the end. Peak level storytelling, I tell you that. He just goes along the story of this friendship gone wrong, and he's talking about how they pretty much loved each other from the first moment they saw each other, and it was interest just sparked instantly, and it was the back and forth, and it was the tennis house and the bacon pots, and oh my goodness, giving wigs pet names. It was so deep. It was such a deep relationship.
Pet name Gerard provided
the methane. I don't know, there's no way you're listening to that and not feeling like you were also dragged through this relationship. I like the part where he's describing like how they were having a great time. She met the mom. They were just going out together. He was stopping her city. And then it's just like, oh, she's choosing him. Well, I gotta...
Fuck, bro. Like, I can't do nothing about it. Like, she chose already.
Yeah, and then he goes on this descent of, I had to make sure someone was there to make sure I was okay. And then he had to see her go back to him. I know he was upset. I'm upset.
And I wonder, like, this is a real friendship within their group of people. So it's kind of interesting to think that it's going on.
I like the part where he says something like he would rather hold hands than...
I would rather hold your hand than have a cool handshake.
Exactly. I don't know, the way he worded everything was just so smooth.
He was so good on like the metaphors and everything.
It didn't sound like he took a breath. It was the whole story, and he said he did it in one take as well. Genius. So that was my number 4. I had to take off Safari and to like, you know,
move it, put it on there.
Yeah, because I didn't want Wilshire to be number 5. Like, that was just not it for me since that song was so impactful. But I also wanted Lumberjack on there for sure. But Safari is a great song. Going on to our number 3s, my number 3 for this album was Corso. So good. Most of the songs here gave like energy. But for this one, there's a few lines where I was just like, cocky son of a bitch. I like you. I like you. He says, the way he beams, call me Mr. On some other shit you never seen. Every time I hear that part, I just see myself just like, yes, you ain't never seen nothing like this. This ain't your granddaddy music. And then, in the 3rd verse, he says, look, try to take somebody, bitch, because I'm a bad person. I don't regret shit because I'm worth it. In the end, she picked him. I hope in the fucking she still thinking because I'm a bad person. I can't wait. And then he still keeps going after that. I'm a psycho. I don't give a fuck. Love a heart twerking. Perfect. And then my heart broken. Remember, I was rich, so I bought me some new emotions and a new boat because I'd rather cry in the ocean. It's tea, baby. Eee! Oh my goodness.
Bro, and that's the music video where he was dancing on top of the tables in front of the kids.
This song just makes me feel rich.
And then he came off the table. He's like, "That's how you do it, boy." he was like, his mom's gonna go crazy for this. That's funny.
So, I mean, I'm going crazy for it. Like, it's so good. I really like how rich this album makes you feel.
Yeah, because it's for sure something about it.
The sun beaming.
Bro,
I really, like, he says sun beaming, I feel the warmth of the sun. Like, it's there.
Like, because you can go from, like, you know how you switch through your songs? It could be like a pressing song, and then as soon as it switches, when you hear that, it's just like...
Just crazy. Crazy.
Bro, my ego through the roof.
But, yeah, this song was really good for my number 3. Yeah, and I think that's all the lines that I kind of picked out from Corso. What was your number 3?
My number 3 was Manifesto by Tyler, the Creator.
Yes.
So, he starts the song off with, I pulled it up here.
He states.
Little bitch gonna say, you need to say something about that. You need to say something about that. Bitch, suck my... Okay, I'm gonna start with that first one. So, I'm not gonna lie. He was speaking like some like... I don't know where he comes from with his opinion of things. But he was speaking like someone told him some ish and he was just like, fuck all of what you just said, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about nothing that you just told me. But the one thing, in the verse, it's like, you need to say something. It's always like white people putting it on the black artist to have to say something like, bro, I'm black, you know, I'm feeling it. I gotta show you that I'm feeling it. Like, or when I say feeling,
like,
you know what I say when I'm feeling it. Like,
if this is a problem affecting me, why are you telling me to fix it? Like, that's literally, you need to say something. Like, shut up.
the verse after that is, that ain't your religion, you just following your mammy. She followed your granny, she obeyed master. Did y'all even ask her questions? It's holes in them stories, is it holes in your blessings? Yeah, I'm bold with the message, yeah. Bro.
And he just starts going in. Just starts going in. Manifesto was actually my number 2 because
Really?
it was up there for me. So
We're at the
yeah,
same range.
yeah, we feel pretty much the same about Manifesto.
Because he is going off, and then he even says like, this is touching on like him as a past person, but when he did his first 3 albums, he was saying he had a like. This is where I want to get to organizing myself as a person. But he said he had like a plan on how he wanted to switch things, or he was saying, or how he wanted to switch it along the lines, or like how he would come up with an idea and be like, oh, this idea is great, but I'm not there yet. Like, but you're still holding an idea because you're gonna get there, and then it's gonna be perfect. I was gonna talk about like how he set it up, but he was like, oh, I came a long way from my past, nigga. It's obvious. V12 engine. I'm fishtailing on some sloppy shit. Internet ringing, no lyrics up, like I hide this shit. What's your address? I could probably send you a copy. He doesn't hide what he said in the past because everybody knows like he's like known for his more raunchy stuff.
Controversial rap.
But that's just where like what he was at that age, you know. He was 19 years old when he first came up, and he was. I'm not saying like it wasn't crazy. He was saying some crazy stuff. Like he was saying some crazy stuff, but that's just where it was at the time, and it's for sure you can't like always judge it for that because he's for sure changed where he is now, and it's all good music, but like this is a different time for him for sure.
I can't even imagine what's gonna be for the next album.
Like he was talking about in the thing with Converse, he was like, I don't even know what mindset I'll be in when I'm making another album, but he's just here doing like doing tour right now, you know, getting ready for everything.
Tyler, hit us up. We would love to sit down and chat. Let's go get some brown sugar salmon. So my number 2 was also Manifesto. I also noted the, you know, that ain't your religion, you just following you. Yeah, perfect. There's not a lot of songs that kind of makes you question Christianity.
Well, yeah.
Not like this. Not like, hey, we were taken from our religion and was told to listen to this, and the only reason modern Christianity is followed right now is because someone told you to do it. And the other person that told them to do it was a slave master, you know? It's crazy to think about. I mean, that's literally what it is. In the Genius little annotation, they talked about how Malcolm X kind of said the same thing, like, my people need to go back to their religion, because this ain't it.
You're not praying, like, they're not hearing you, bro.
And this also comes into kind of play, especially being part of the black community, Christianity, and his sexuality being bisexual. And how, you know, it's not just, hey, don't be gay, it's, you're going to hell, you know? Like, it's another layer of pressure to just be yourself when you're struggling, because you can't be gay because you're black, and then you can't do it because you're Christianity, and then you can't do it because societal norm. And then he goes to say, fighting between X and Y is starting to feel like a custody battle. Genius. Boys and girls, bisexuality, the whole thing's amazing. I feel like we're cracking kind of down that hard, tough exterior that kind of is expected with rap music, you know? Also, I noted this song to have the best feature in the album from Adamo Genesis. He says, Lord, cover me, I'm going in, walls closing in, how I'm supposed to be protected when the lost one is in. Y'all want to say, because the skin is the black type. Like, this is his views, kind of, he's telling you his views towards what's happening with Black Lives Matter. But he's also, on the other hand, in the perspective of being someone who's, like, influential in the black community, during this time who's expected to have some type of word of wisdom or voice. And I feel like a lot of black people go through this where they have to feel like the voice of whatever situation they're in. At like a job or something, you're talking to your boss and you're the, like, you know, you're usually in these cases you're the only minority in the room. And every action you take or every like move you have to make has to be calculated, or you're immediately thrown into a stereotype, or they try to find some way to like make you look dumb. And I've seen it so many times. Even though I'm trained to do something and I would tell you exactly how to do it, they're just like, are you sure? And it's just like, what is it? It's the fact I'm a woman. Or is it back to I'm black? Pick your struggle.
What are you trying to tell me here?
Or if they're really trying to pull one on you and you're justifiably upset, now you're the mad black woman, or now you're aggressive, you know? Like, you really have to watch how you project yourself in certain areas. And I feel like that's a burden a lot of black people have to like go through. Ooh, another line Damo Genesis does: teach me everything and be amazed I don't act right. A lot of people don't get this line.
No, that's saying something right there. Because I saw this one TikTok, and they're like, you can either be ignorant and in bliss, or like be educated about like more about like what was done to black people and everything, and just be
angry,
slapped and angry and depressed and just thrown through it all. Because you're like, bro, what can I do? Oh, you can't really do nothing, but you're still here, so you got to work through it. But like, bro, it's worse than you thought.
Or they'll be like, oh, why can't you do this and that? Be civilized. And like, you taught us how to be civilized, and this is what you were doing to people. So now you're amazed that we're not acting right when you were never right to begin with. Back to Tyler, he says, am I doing enough or not doing enough? And it kind of ties back into, you know, his role as being a celebrity in this light and donating money. But even though he doesn't like tweet out something, but he's donating on the side, is he doing enough or not doing enough? And then he says, I just tell these black babies they should do what they want. Freedom.
Dye hair blue, I'll do it too.
He's mentioned black babies doing what they want in different songs.
I think there was a song like that in Flower Boy.
And
bro, Flower Boy had me in a different world too.
yes.
That's when I think Flower Boy came out when we went to California.
It was really like California type, you know,
Nice.
vibe. The last line he says in the song, let's be niggas together, let's be niggas with plans. And then he puts a little American Psycho reference. Puts his plastic on first because shit is hitting the fan. Scott! American Psycho was very good.
I'm not gonna lie, but that's... Ooh. I like hit his face. But that's kind of interesting because that guy was a heavy narcissist. And it's not like narcissist behavior, but you do have to have like a high standard for yourself. You know?
It's true. I feel like more people need to listen to that line right there, because there's so much like divisiveness in our community when we need to be on the same page and get out of, like, you know, like, we can both be walking down the street with beef, but they got beef with us.
And we got beef with each other. Like,
so now it's a 2-on-1 when we could be a team and have our own plans with each other. This is why I never got, like, the girls who open, like, they all do nails, but they never have their own salon.
Like, so they all can go there together?
Or when they have their own salon, it's always someone trying to be messy. Like, we need to be professional. We need to have our plans, because shit is hitting the fan.
That's what I saw somebody else was talking about. It was an NBA player, Draymond Green. He was like, if y'all all, like, want to go back to community and do something, you all get paid enough to start your own gym or something. Like, he's like, you get paid this, you get paid that, you get paid that. All come together, a gym costs like whatever much. Boom. Whatever you want with your gym. You know?
Sure, if it was Killer Mike. Someone said, if black people all got life insurance,
I think that was Killer Mike.
then we would not only have generational wealth, but they won't be shooting $1 million people.
Because insurances will collect on their money. And they will sue the fuck out of you if you just, bro.
Exactly. So things like that, like financial security, financial literacy, we really need traveling, passports. Like, he was talking at this whole album, and it's something that unfortunately isn't pushed in a healthy way in our community. Like I say, Bill Gates don't be showing no logos.
That Jay-Z learned that too. He was like, you can see when he started rapping and stuff, it'd always be like a big chain, you know, all that stuff. But once you go, maybe you wear like a necklace or something.
The richer you get, the less you see.
If you got some plans.
If you got some plans, throw them in the comments. We need to get together as a community and start, you know, doing something.
Mm-hmm. So my number 2 is Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance. I Thought You Wanted to Dance. What makes you think? What makes you think?
Just makes you want to cha-cha in place, bro. Just
bro, and that song, it's just like, you can hear how he's just like torn because she's chosen the guy. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what makes you think like I wasn't like down first, you know? Like I wasn't like here from to keep it down forever.
And then he goes like on that spiral. I wish we never met. Like he starts getting. Oh my goodness, get a little toxic.
I wish that we didn't connect like Lego. Connection good, but no signal.
If you say so, like cardio.
Yeah, bro. All his metaphors and stuff, bro, it goes crazy.
Like dirty dishes. I thought we were in sync. Now that you said it, I didn't have that on my list, but I'm definitely thinking of just cha-chaing right now.
It's such like a good melody too. It's like dun, 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 dun.
Like a little elevator music.
Yeah.
I didn't like Sweet at first. I'm gonna say, but then after a while it started growing on me a little bit.
He's like, no, listen.
No, listen.
No, listen.
If you, the driver's gonna drop you off.
No, this Sweet is also the song where he's just like, hey girl, like just come, bro. Like I got money, bro.
Don't even care.
Go.
The waterfalls.
Like we can go right now. The waterfalls are kicking over there.
You know what it feels like? It feels like sitting on the bed with one of those line telephones, just wrapping around your fingers, kicking your feet up in the air, just like, come on, bro. Like, come on, you can come see the waterfalls.
Even if you left me stranded, my feelings won't change a bit. Like, he was down bad.
Down bad, for real. I think it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. Number one. I'll let you go first.
My number 1 is Hot Wind Blows, with my direct writing, the best feature on this whole album by Lil Wayne. I'm gonna do Lil Wayne's verse before Tyler's verse. This song, I just feel like it had a good and this is the song is like, ladies and gentlemen, we landed in Geneva. Bro, this is for sure one of the songs that gets you into the environment of like higher richness, you know, because he's describing it, bro, like I'm going to Geneva, you know, eventually in my life. You're just admiring the view, the mountains of Lake, of course.
Of course. No, I liked Lil Wayne in this song too because it came out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. The flute or whatever instrument that is, whatever instrument that is, the flute, going crazy. Tyler's part in the song was really good too.
I was literally saying this, like it has like the best drop in with the flute. He's like, I literally rapped the whole thing outside. He was like, I'm a top of the globe and keep the block hot. Trying to open the door for me, my head hurts. Find us. But like, where are we going today? Where are we going this week?
So my number 1 for the album is Massa. Mm-hmm. This song exudes like pure cockiness. My legs are long. I'm washing my hands before I piss. Like, oh my god, kiss the ground and then I walk on. I love this song. The first thing that caught my attention with the song was the intro, of course. He says, whatever brings you that immense joy, do that. That's your luxury. This part,
I feel like that part, it's something special because like every time I hear that, you're like, okay, I can keep pushing at my goal, my dream, you know.
Like, what's 6 months? What's a year of doing something that you love?
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes into his hook. Master couldn't catch me in my legs long as a bitch. Too much self-respect. I wash my hands before I piss. The gall, the audacity someone could have, you know? And I want to be on that level too, because it's kind of what you have to have going into and backing your own projects.
Like, I made this for me, and I'm gonna put it out, whatever you said. You know?
Exactly. You'll just give it your project another energy. You'll give yourself another energy. It's kind of like faking it till you make it. Like, this is the song to do it to. I liked his tone in the song. It was kind of like drowsy, and when he was 23, that's when puberty finally hits. Like when he peaked into his musical personality, to his artiste status.
Mm-hmm.
And I have noted here, like, this is us right now.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, like, just in the past few years, to think how much can change in just 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's crazy because I have no idea what's going to happen by my birthday, by the end of this year. Who knows what you would be doing right now, you know?
Exactly. Right now I'm 21. You're younger than me. You're, what, 19? 19 is when he...
And when he first started, yeah.
You're the age right now of when he first started. You're also the age when Alexander Hamilton first started.
Mm.
He was only 19.
How can you run your yeah,
yes. When you think of all these great people, when they have to start, they didn't start in Lamborghinis and mansions and chains. Another line that I really liked was, all my friends that did got too comfy, a little chubby, and that drive to make that money dried up when that nose was runny. I've been wanting to talk about this line since I heard it. Holy crap, is that like kind of the mindset you have to be on in your like middle to late 20s? Like, do you start a family? Is this the time to do a career? Is starting a career
go, like, full on into your into your career?
Does having a family halt your career? Does your career halt your family? The money that you're making? This is literally what he's talking about. He wants to keep making money and to keep growing, and he doesn't want that ambition to stop. And he's seen like the people around him that did probably dive into more family life or to more personal life and see what it did to them. So I have kind of similar fears, and you see the people around you that do start families, because right now there's so many people that I know that have babies and like are they're full on set into a career, like this is what they're doing forever. It's a scary moment to be in because there's so many different paths to take, and every day it seems like there is a new one. One of the last lines that I liked, we liked this one, paranoid, sleeping a gun.
But then maybe you guys remember, boy is a gun.
Boy is a gun.
Boy is a gun, you know. What's he trying to say?
Is he? He ends this song, my number one on the list, he ends this song by saying, I paint full pictures of my perspective on these jump breaks just for you to tell me it's not good from your lunch break.
I literally got here, and that's the song I parked my car to.
But hearing that line just makes you think of, like, you know, you start a business or you're making videos and they'll just tell you, oh, this sucks or this sucks. But you don't know half the thought and concept that you personally took to make this idea a thing, or they don't know half the sweat and tears that you put into something while they're calling it easy for you. You know, I'm painting full pictures for you, and you're telling me it's not good in 30 minutes, like a lunch break. And when you think about it, it really is a concept, because these album creations can take years.
Yeah, they're like full personality changes, not even personality changes, like experiences.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my number one for this album. Do you have any songs that you look forward to seeing
in person?
Yeah.
For sure, Hot Wind Blows, Wilshire, Safari, Corso, All of them, really. Yeah. Whatever.
I don't have any particulars, but the whole album with you.
I'm ready to. Yeah, the whole album with you. Yeah.
Now that we talked about it,
I'm just ready to hear him speak. You know.
Yeah, me too. More than anything, I just want to hear him just speak. I don't know, Tyler, please. We would love to just talk and just like FaceTime. Like we don't even have to see you in person. I'm gonna say it right now.
We're meeting you.
We're working on a project with Tyler the Creator in the future.
It was said here, March 8th.
Yeah, this is it.
2022.
So see you soon, Tyler. Can't wait for this concert. It's going to be amazing.
Looking forward to see us in the crowd. Looking forward to meet Tyler in the future with our tabling and talk about business.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys are going to the concert, maybe you'll see us there. Or if you're going to a concert in another state, let us know how the concert was for you down below. Like and comment down below if you enjoyed what you're seeing here or you have more suggestions about what you would like to see. Thank you for joining us, Josh.
No problem, no problem.
Anything that you would like to shout out or pay homage to?
You gotta bleep that out, but just The Chronicle, the movie too.
Chronicle the movie?
Mm-hmm.
That was traumatizing.
It was traumatizing. It was
seeing
something.
that thing go through his chest. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. My name is Leah. Bye.